The board of directors for BMW, they're all engineers, so it's only natural that the product turns out the way it is. They just seem to make everything a little bit better as time goes on in every way. They never sit still. They're always improving something.
They special ordered this car because they knew that the E90 M3 sedans were running to the end of their production. And we special ordered the car in fire orange, which, as far as I've been able to tell, it's the only one I've seen in the western half of the United States. We decided to make it a car that you could take to the track, but drive every day and not have it beat you up. And that's when we came up with the idea, let's make a project out of this. Let's make it interesting. Let's have some fun with it. More than anything else, I think that was our primary goal for it, was to have some fun with it. We were interested in helping out the customer that went with BMW because they're a performance-oriented driver and is interested in taking their car to that next level, adding to the performance and enhancing what is already a really refined product to begin with. And we're excited about performance, and we know our customers are too. We went with a BBS wheel. It's a high quality wheel. It's a forged aluminum wheel with a cast center. It's held together with 20 titanium bolts. But you know, it's a similar design to what was on there from the factory, but we wanted to go with something a little bit better. And we thought we could improve in the tires and wheels department, since that's pretty important when you're at a track. Helps acceleration, handling, cornering, braking. And there's a reason why we went with the choices we did. It wasn't just to save weight. The stock wheel was actually polished with a silver center, but we wanted to kind of adapt that to the look we were going for with the car. So we powder coated the wheels, we disassembled them, powder coated the wheel a gloss black to pick up the gloss black on the trim on the grip rail of the car, and also the matte black that's found in the air dam on the lower part of the front and rear bumpers and the trim between the windows. We're saving about a pound off of the front wheels each and about 5 pounds off of the rear wheels each.
Yeah, but when we're going to take this perch off, and before we do that, we need to mark the position in this way.
There was a lot we considered about changing the suspension on the car. We didn't want to give up the EDC, because one of the nice things about that is it allows us to adjust the damping firmness for a nice cushy ride on the street, or tighten it way up when we're at the track, and not have to get underneath the car and change dampers and spring settings and all that other stuff. We can do it right from the center console. So we want to give that up.
To start with, on the suspension, we've got a rear toe link that we'll be replacing the factory toe link with. It's made out of nice aluminum instead of the stamped sheet metal on the factory part. The nice Dynon toe link back here that gives us precise adjustment for the toe, as well as eliminating the rubber bushing to keep precise positioning of the rear suspension as well. The shock is what limits the travel. I thought maybe it was shorter distance. Theoretically, it's supposed to be 5/8 of an inch.
We're replacing the bushings with a solid Heim joint, which means that under hard acceleration and hard braking, our toe isn't going to change while the car is changing its attitude. And that's not something you want to do when you're trail braking into a corner. You don't want the toe on the rear end to suddenly change and have it step out on you unpredictably. Actually, our attitude of the car shouldn't be changing much at all. If anything, with the lighter tires and wheels, we might even get a slightly better ride from the car because of less unsprung weight. But the nice thing about it is, if we went with a full race suspension with a coilover and drop springs and everything as well, the ride might be so harsh on a day-to-day basis, especially when you have roads that are in less than great shape. We had considered a lot of different things for shaving weight off of the suspension as well. But that's when I found out that even the sway bar on the front of the M3 is hollow to save 15 pounds. It's very hard to improve on that. It's very well thought out.
We've got the assembled spring and strut assembly with the Dynon guide support, which has the camber correction for race and street setting. You're going to dial in a lot of negative camber for the track, and then you want to take that back out when you get on the street to avoid the excessive tire wear. We've got the adjustability down below for ride height. We've got our sway bar link bracket that we've indexed correctly, and we're ready to put this back on the car. And what we're going to get as a result is better handling through the corner. Well, it's a front axle, John, and let's continue with the rear.
Yep, that should be easier.
Famous last words.
I shouldn't have said that.